The word faithfulness might seem odd in today's world. According to the American Association for Marriage and Family Therapy, they took a survey that indicates that 15% of married women and 25% of married men have had extramarital affairs. How about cheating? How about those who cheat on their spouse with texting, with porn, with work? Some hate to come home. The idea of being faithful to a spouse in marriage almost seems anachronistic, boring, unsuitable, nearly impossible. Look at all the temptations. We got cute workers, after hours party, company trips. If you think about it, how can we be faithful if there is no honor, no truth, no integrity? Surely not coming clean. Not coming clean with our spouses. To do so, we can mean that the family will break up. It can mean financial ruin. If we cannot come clean, it is better to continue and just enjoy being unfaithful. But where does the root of being unfaithful come from? In marriage starts with our vows. First believing that putting our hands on that Bible means something. Then honoring that vow. Family and business begin with who we are as people. Does our word mean something or not? In my world, people were considered evil. But funny that we were super faithful. We died for our brothers. We never cheated each other. We never lied to each other. Yet at the same time, we were hypocritical. We cheated on our wives. It was a given. And worse yet, it was expected of you. If you were a big drug lord, it was expected for you. I mean, the temptation was enormous, especially growing up in the 70s, when it was the age of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. One of the things I struggled the most when I left the cartel and entered the legitimate business world was dealing with faithfulness. In the cartel, we die for each other. If you were unfaithful to your organization, chances were you were going to die. When I left prison the first time and went back to smuggling, my closest friends, the guys I started in the cartel, the guy I made a millionaire, they turned his back on me. They were supposed to have saved me millions for me when I got out. And when I got out, there was really nothing. They told me they had finished. They had quit the drug business. Think about the pain. It was so great. I kept thinking about the fact that I laid in a jail in a foreign prison in Panama. I was tortured day and night. I bled for 5 years every time I took a piss. But I was willing to die, but did not rat on anyone. I went to prison at the age of 23 for a 15-year sentence. And I did not tell on anyone either. And yet now, over money, I felt betrayed. Did not matter. It ended up saving my life. When I started a small cleaning company in the basement of my home with my wife 10 years ago, we built it into a multi-million-dollar national and international corporation. It was because all we did was to implement the same principles. I always operated as being faithful to my vendors, faithful to my employees, faithful to my customers. So, when we look at the word faithfulness and we ask ourselves, like integrity, as we cover integrity, and we ask ourselves, what does integrity mean? It's pretty much related to faithfulness. Integrity means what you do when nobody's looking, and faithfulness is how you treat those people that are your business partners. How do you treat your family? How do you treat your spouse? I mean, think about it. Here you can be faithful and willing to die for someone, but yet at the same time you're cheating on your wife. I look at life and I say that one of the main reasons why I built both organizations the way I did was because I was extremely faithful. And they knew that. I remember coming out of prison the second time, and Manuel Garces was in jail awaiting extradition. And I started the organization all over again. And I remember sending his money, his part of the money, even though he did absolutely nothing. Why? Because I was faithful. Being faithful meant a lot more to me than money. See, money could not define when I would be faithful and when I would be unfaithful. So as we look at the world that we live in, and as we change our mindset, and as we look to transform into the ultimate narco mindset, faithfulness is at the forefront of what we do. We can't go about in a world that, hey, you're only as good as your last dance. It's only about what you did for me yesterday. I believe that when you're faithful to others, it will always come back to you.